The relationship between man and machine is usually termed as industry. The use of machines on a large scale brought about social and economic transformation of Britain in the 18th century. This transformation is termed as Industrial Revolution. These societies were transformed from primarily agricultural societies to industrial societies. After the Second World War, many colonies of European countries and America became independent. They too sought to establish industries as a means to develop their economy. The term industry in geography is described as manufacturing activity. The chief characteristic of manufacturing is to add value to gifts of nature. For example, cotton grown in fields is turned into yarn. In this chapter, we will study the following concepts: manufacturing industries, industrial regions, comparative study of industries. Manufacturing industries. The relationship between man and machine is usually termed as industry. The use of machines on a large scale brought about social and economic transformation of Britain in the 18th century. This transformation is termed as Industrial Revolution. It later spread to other European countries as well as the United States of America. These societies were transformed from primarily agricultural societies to industrial societies. After the Second World War, many colonies of European countries and America became independent. They too sought to establish industries as a means to develop their economy. They came to be labeled as developing countries. The already industrialized countries of Europe and America had achieved high standard of living by then. These societies came to be called as developed countries. Thus, after the Second World War, the world got divided into developed and developing countries. Secondary activity. The term industry in geography is described as manufacturing activity. The chief characteristic of manufacturing is to add value to gifts of nature. For example, cotton grown in fields is turned into yarn. By making cotton balls into yarn, some value is added. Similarly, iron ore is made into iron, and steel and iron is further turned into rods, sheets, or is smelted. At each stage, value is added. Manufacturing activity concerned with value addition is considered as secondary economic activity. Classification of industries. Industries can be classified in following different ways. Based on source of raw materials. On the basis of raw materials, industries can also be classified into primary, secondary, and tertiary industries in the same way as discussed above. On the basis of source of raw material, there are generally four types of industries. Agro-based industries. These industries depend on agricultural products for their raw materials. Vegetable oil industries, flour mills, jute mills, cotton textiles, etc. are all agro-based industries. Mineral-based industries. These industries use minerals as raw materials. Iron and steel, coal, aluminium, etc. are all mineral-based industries. Marine-based industries. They use raw materials like fish, fish oil, and sea algae to make useful products and seafood. Forest-based industries. These industries use wood pulp, resin, wood, etc. to make paper, varnish, medicines, etc. Classification based on size. On the basis of size, industries can be classified into three chief categories: large-scale industries, medium-scale industries, and small-scale industries. Large-scale. Some industries, for example iron and steel industry, need huge capital investment and employ large number of people. They are called Large-scale industries. Medium scale. Most industries fall in this category. They neither need too large an investment nor too small. They lie in between large and small industries. Small-scale industries. They need small capital investment and employ less number of workers. In our country, government has fixed an investment limit of rupees 1 crore for defining a small-scale industry. This investment limit has been raised to rupees 5 crore in the case of high-tech industries which cater to export market. Classification based on ownership. On the basis of ownership, industries are classified into 4 chief types: public sector, private sector, joint sector, and cooperatives. Public sector. These industries are owned by the state or its agencies. Coal India Limited, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, and Indian Oil Corporation are some examples of public sector industries in India. Private sector. There are chiefly 2 types of industries in the private sector: corporate bodies and proprietary concerns. In the corporate bodies, shares are held by general public. They function under the regulations of the company law. Their board of directors are elected by the shareholders and profits are distributed among shareholders or as may be decided by the board. They are also known as limited companies. In the case of proprietary concerns, generally the family members or partners own the unit. They do not usually have any share pattern and profits go to the owners. Some examples of corporate bodies or private limited companies are Tata Iron and Steel Company, Escorts Limited, Birla Group of Companies, etc. Among other proprietary concerns include MBD Group, Frank Brothers, and several other similar industries. Joint sector. These industries are owned both by the state and private individuals or companies. Cooperatives. These are generally society-type industries owned by a group of individuals who seek the welfare of members of the cooperative. Light industries are like textiles, watch manufacturing, etc. Heavy industries usually manufacture machines and bulky raw materials used by the industry itself. Similarly, industries may also be classified into basic or key industries and consumer or secondary industries. Key or basic industries are those which manufacture goods used by other industries or are basic to industrial development. Consumer or secondary industries manufacture consumer goods like soaps, detergents, electricals, cloth, etc. Factors influencing location of industries. Industries can be divided into 2 groups: physical and human. Physical factors. Land. Land is an important physical factor influencing location of industries. Some industries cannot be located on steep slopes or on mountains. Raw materials. It is one of the most important geographical factors influencing location of industry. Raw materials are chiefly of 2 types: agricultural and minerals. For example, iron and steel in Chota Nagpur region. Environment. Protection of environment and combating pollution is chiefly responsible for shifting of many industrial centers to specific zones. Labor. Today, labor is not much of a consideration because of greater degree of mobility and wide variety of qualifications and skills required. However, the entrepreneurs are sometimes motivated to locate industries where cheap labor may be available. Capital. Capital refers to the amount of money invested. It is spent on obtaining machinery and raw materials as well as labor force required for manufacturing process. Transport. Transport makes a substantial contribution to the cost of production and also influences labor supply and its mobility. Rivers, lakes are considered cheap means of transport. In the early phase of Industrial Revolution in England, water transport was not only the cheapest but the only means to move bulky goods. Bulk of this movement is now through pipelines. Roadways and airways also substantially influence location of industries. Markets. Earlier, most of the fertilizer industries were located near the sources of raw materials. But after the natural gas-based fertilizer units came into existence, they are located near consumer centers or markets, for example, Uttar Pradesh and Punjab. This is because gas is carried through pipelines from refineries in Gujarat. Power. Power is needed to run the engines of machines as well as for lighting. Government policies. It is the most important factor today. Rigid controls, licensing systems, and other similar government controls discourage industries. That is why Government of India embarked on the path of liberalization to encourage private entrepreneurs to set up industries as well as invite foreign capital. Industrial system. The inputs are like raw materials, labor, cost of land, transport, power, and other infrastructure. The outputs are the end product, sales, and income earned. For example, in the case of textile industry, the inputs may be raw cotton, factory system, human labor, and transportation.